So white to play here. Find the checkmate in one move. So easy, right? Yeah. And the move is queen to h5 check. And there is a check to the king. There is no square. That's a checkmate. White to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. Yeah. So easy, right? So the move is queen to d1 checkmate. Next. White to play checkmate in one move. It's white to play and checkmate in one move. Yes. Rook x e8 double plus. That's a checkmate. There is a check to the black king and there is no square for the black king to save the check. That's the checkmate. Here, white to play and checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. Can you find the move? Rook h5 checkmate. The rook is giving the check to the king. The knight is protecting the rook. It's a checkmate. So black king captured the pawn here on the h4 square. So it's white to play and checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. And the move is queen f6 hashtag. The queen is giving the check to the king. And that's a checkmate. Next. White played the king to the g3. Black to play checkmate in one move. Yes, and the move is rg1 hashtag. The king cannot move here because of this rook. The king cannot move here on f3 because of these two pawns. That's a checkmate. Next. So black to play and checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. The rook is looking at the h2 pawn. The queen is also looking at the h2 pawn. So we will take the pawn. That's a checkmate. The king cannot move anywhere. Yes, now. Black to play checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. We find the move. Is it a tough one? Not tough one, so easy, right? Yeah. This one is not correct. Pawn will capture it. Yes, so the move is queen to f1. That's a checkmate. Yes. So black king played on the f8 square. Now it's time to checkmate the black king in one move. So give the answer in the comment box, everyone. So white to play and checkmate in one move. Bishop to h6. That's a check to the king. The king cannot capture it. Right? Yes, the king can capture it. No, the pawn is there. Yeah. Black played the move king to b6. And here white to play checkmate in one move. white to play checkmate in one move. So we will move our queen to the a5 and there is a check to the black king. The king cannot capture the queen because of the king is protecting it. The king cannot move to a5 because of this queen. That's a checkmate in one move. Welcome everyone, welcome to 𝒂𝒂𝒓 Academy. And here, white captured the pawn on the g4 square, black to play and checkmate in one move. And these pawns are moving towards the first rank. So black to play checkmate in one move. So easy. That's not the checkmate in one move because the rook will capture your knight. So the correct move is nd1. Are you sure? No, not because the bishop is there. So what is the move? Yes. So rook goes here on the c2 and giving the check to the white king. That's a checkmate. The knight is protecting the rook. The king cannot move here because the pawn is there. The king cannot move up because the rook is there. The king cannot move to the b4 because this king is there. That's a checkmate. Yes. So white played the move rook to g2. And the move is knight to f3. Attacking the king, attacking the queen. But that's a checkmate. The knight is giving the check. The king cannot move here because the knight is there. The king cannot move here because this knight is there. So that's a checkmate. So black played the king to h5. Here white to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. Give the answer in the chat box everyone. White to play checkmate in one move. Yes, very easy, right? So queen e8. That's a check to the king. The king cannot move on the g4 because the pawn is there. The king cannot move to the h4 because this pawn is there. And there is no way to stop the check. That's a checkmate. The king is in check. And there is no square for the black king to save the check. That's a checkmate. Very easy. And now white's bishop is captured by the black's bishop. And here white to play checkmate in one move. The knight on e5 is controlling the d7 square. So what is the move here? White to play and find the correct move. Yes, and the move is rook to a8 checkmate. Next, white plays the king on e3. Black to play checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. Yes, and the move is queen to e2. And there is a check to the white king. The knight is there protecting it. The king cannot move on the f4 and on the d4 because of this pawn. The king cannot move here because of this knight and because of this queen. That's a checkmate. Okay, so white played the move bishop g2 check. Black to play checkmate in one move. Very easy. Capture the bishop. Give the check to the white king. And there is no square for this white king. That's a checkmate. So easy. Okay. So black played pawn to g6. And look at this bishop controlling the diagonal, the long diagonal, g7 and the h8 square. So white to play here checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. So easy, right? Yeah. And we will move our knight to h6 to give the check. And there is no way to save the check. That's a checkmate. Okay. Black played the king to h5. White to play and checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. Yes. Very good. And the move is queen to f5. That's a check. and the bishop is already protecting the h4 square. It's a checkmate. The king cannot move here because of this bishop. It's a checkmate. Black to play checkmate in one move. Hello everyone, welcome to 𝒕𝒂𝒓 Academy. Please share, subscribe, and like our channel. Black to play checkmate in one move. And the move is queen to g2. The pawn is protecting the queen. The king cannot move anywhere. That's a checkmate. Hello everyone, welcome to 𝒕𝒂𝒓 Academy. And our today's topic is checkmate in one move. So we will learn how to do checkmate in one move. Checkmate means you have to give the check. And if the opponent's king is not able to save the check, it will be checkmate. So we have to checkmate the opponent's king. And black played the move to rook to c2. The king cannot capture the rook because the bishop is there. The king cannot move to these two squares because of this pawn is controlling. And this pawn is controlling it. The king cannot move to the d3 square because of this bishop. So that's a checkmate. I hope you are enjoying my video. So please share, subscribe and like. I hear black plays king to f4. Why to play checkmate in one move? Why to play checkmate in one move? What is the move? Yes, and the move is, look at this move, g3. The pawn is giving the check to the king, and this king is trapped, cannot move anywhere because all the squares are controlled by the pieces. That's a checkmate. Okay, black captured our rook, and it is a pin. This rook cannot move because this rook is attacking the rook, and the king is behind it. So this piece is a pinned piece. Why to play checkmate in one move? But look at this rook controlling the f8 square, and our queen is also looking at the f8 square. So we will put our queen to the f8 square to give the check to the black king, and the black king cannot move anywhere. That's a checkmate. Next. Okay, so white played the king to the f1. Now it's time to checkmate the white's king. Black to play checkmate the white's king. So think and give the answer. Black to play checkmate the white's king. It's so easy, right? Now, so we will capture the pawn here. The king cannot move to the e file because the rook is controlling. And the knight is giving the check to the white king. There is no square for the white king to save the check, and that's a checkmate. Yeah. Here, black to play in this position and checkmate the white king in one move. Checkmate the white king in one move. Think and give the answer, everyone. Black to play checkmate in one move. And the move is queen to h2. The knight is protected by the rook. Also, the knight is protecting the queen. That's a checkmate. Correct. So white to play here and checkmate the black king in one move. White to play and find the best move. This knight is controlling the d5 square and the d7 square, and the rook is controlling the e file. So the king is ready to move to the c7 square. The move is queen to f4. There is a check to the black king, and the king cannot move anywhere because all three squares are covered by the rook. The king cannot move here because of this queen. and these two squares are controlled by the knights. That's a checkmate. Yes. Why to play checkmate in one move? So easy. Why to play checkmate in one move? So easy, right? Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to 𝒕𝒂𝒓 Academy. Please subscribe my channel. So our today's topic is checkmate in one move. Why to play? And the move is queen to g7. The bishop is protecting the queen, and the black king cannot move anywhere. That's a checkmate. Very nice. Okay. So black played king to d7, and black has one, two, three, and the four pieces, but white has only three pieces. So can we checkmate the black king? Is it possible to checkmate the black king here? So think everyone. White to play checkmate the black king. And the move is queen to e6. And that's a checkmate. The king cannot move anywhere. The king cannot move here because the pawn is there, right? So that's a checkmate. Nice. Okay, white captured the pawn here and white is ready to checkmate in one move. But it's black to play and checkmate in one move. So black to play and checkmate the white king in one move. Black to play, checkmate the white's king in one move. Of course, the move is knight to g3. That's a checkmate. The king cannot capture the pawn here because the knight is there. The king cannot move to the g1 square because the pawn is controlling it. That's a checkmate. Black to play, checkmate the white king. So think everyone. It's black to play and checkmate the white's king in one move. So the move is r8e2 hashtag. The king cannot move here because of the pawn. That's a checkmate. Yeah. Black to play checkmate in one move. It's black to play and checkmate in one move. So think and give the answer. You can also drop your answer in the chat box, everyone. So it's black to play and checkmate in one move. Well, the move is knight to a2 checked and no squares for the white king to move out of the check. That's a checkmate. White to play here and checkmate in one move. Think white to play here and checkmate in one move. So you have to look at all the chess pieces. Well, it's not a checkmate because if you will give this check, let's calculate. The rook will capture it, and if the other rook captures the rook, the bishop will capture it. So that's not a checkmate. But look at this diagram, right? We will move our queen to h7, and there is no way to stop the checkmate. So that's a check and the mate also. Yeah. So easy. So white to play here and checkmate in one move. You can type your answer in the chat box also. White to play here and checkmate in one move. And the move is queen takes the pawn on f7 square, the queen is giving the check to the black king. The bishop is protecting the queen, and there is no way for the black king to save the check, and that's a checkmate. Next, black to play and checkmate in one move. Black to play here, checkmate in one move. Very easy, right? No? So easy. So rook moves to the e2 square, giving the check to the white king. And the knight is controlling the f1 and the v1 square. So that's a checkmate. Black to play checkmate in one move. Fast. Black to play checkmate in one move. Very, very easy. Black to play checkmate in one move. So we will capture the pawn on the g2 square. That's a check, and the mate is there, right? Queen x g2 is a checkmate. Very nice. Black captured the pawn here, attacking the queen. Here white to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. So easy, right? And the answer is queen captures the pawn. Queen x h7 hashtag. The queen is giving the check to the king, and there is no way for the black king to save the check because of this bishop is protecting the queen. That's a checkmate. Next. Okay. So here you can see black has two queens, one bishop and a rook. But white has one rook, one queen, one knight. So white to play and checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. No, it's not a checkmate. Knight to g7, the king will move to the h6. So think again. And the move is queen to the g5. And the king is in check. It's a checkmate. The pawn is protecting the queen. The knight is protecting the queen. That's a checkmate. Next. Here, black to play checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. Yes. Black to play checkmate in one move. And the move is rook d1 check. The king cannot move here because of the knight. The king cannot move to the c4 square because of this pawn. The king cannot move to the e4 square because of this pawn. That's a checkmate. Also, the king cannot move here because of this knight. That's a check. And the mate is there. Okay. So white captured the pawn here. Black to play checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. How can you do checkmate in one move? It's black to play. Yes. So we will put our queen to the h1 square. And there is a check. And the king cannot move here because the rook is there. So the king also cannot move here because the queen is there. So that's a checkmate. Okay. So black created the queen. It's white to play checkmate in one move. So black has queen and the rook. So it's white to play checkmate in one move. So think and give the answer. Yeah, the answer is rook h8, and the bishop is supporting the rook. That's a checkmate. White to play checkmate is one move. The bishop is controlling the diagonal. The rook on f1 is controlling the f5. This rook is controlling the seventh rank. So these three squares are controlled by the pieces. So we have to give the correct check, and the move is bishop to g6. That is a check. The king cannot move here. All these three squares are covered by the opponent's pieces. That's checkmate. Okay. Now, white to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. So think and give the answer. White to play checkmate in one move. Yes, and look at this move. Queen to c4, that's a checkmate. Because the opponent's king cannot move anywhere, right? Yeah. Next. White to play and checkmate in one move. How can you checkmate the black king in one move? White to play checkmate in one move, and the move is queen to h5, check, and the king cannot move anywhere. That's a checkmate. Okay, so black is ready to create the queen here. White to play checkmate in one move. The king is controlling these two squares. White to play checkmate in one move. Yes, everyone. Rook h1, right? That's a checkmate. The king cannot move anywhere. Okay, so the knight is attacking the queen. White to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. Yes. Is it a tough one? It's very easy, right? Queen captures the pawn. Then you check. The bishop is protecting the queen. Check to the black king. Checkmate. Okay, black played the move knight to h3. White to play checkmate in one move. White to play and find the best move here. What is the best move, everyone? Yes, the best move is queen at g7. That's a checkmate. The rook is protecting the queen. Okay, now black to play find the best move. The bishop is attacking the g2 pawn. So black to play checkmate in one move or win the game. So the move is rook x h3, sack to the king. The pawn cannot move the rook. The pawn cannot capture the rook because this pawn is pinned by the bishop. The king is behind it, the pawn. So this pawn cannot move because it is a pinned pawn. So the pinned piece cannot move because the king is behind it. So it's a checkmate. Yeah. White to play to find the best move. White to play and find the best move. Well, you cannot capture the rook because it is protected by the bishop. White to play find the best move. Anyone? White to play and find the best move. And the move is queen into f7 checkmate. The king cannot move here because the rook is there. The king cannot move here because the pawn is there. The king cannot capture the queen because the bishop is there. That's a checkmate. Okay. So white captured the pawn on the g6. Here black to play and find the best move. Black to play and find the best move. Look at this knight is controlling the important b1 square. And we will move our queen to the a3. And the opponent's king is in check. And there is no way to save the check. That's a checkmate. That's nice. Okay. Now black to play and find the best move. Black to play, find the best move. And it's an example of discovered check. Our knight is in between the king and the queen. So we have to move our knight on the correct square to checkmate the white king. So the question is where to move this knight. And we will move our knight to the f3. Knight into f3, that's a double check. The knight is giving the check, the queen is giving the check. The king cannot move to d2 because of the knight. The king cannot move to the e2 because of this queen. So there is no square for the white's king to save the check. That's a checkmate. Next. Black to play, find the best move. Black to play, find the best move. So the move is queen into f2. And there is a check to the white king. The white king cannot move anywhere. The bishop is there to protect the queen. That's a checkmate. Okay. So black captured our queen. Here white to play and win the match. White to play and win the match. How to win this match, everyone? White to play and win the match. And the move is bishop captures the pawn. The knight is protecting the bishop. That's a check. And also the knight is protecting the d7 square. So there is no way to save the check. That's a checkmate. Okay, white to play checkmate in one move, and we can play queen d8 check to the king. And that's a checkmate because the bishop is protecting the king. And white won the match. Next. Black to play here and win the match in one move. So the rook is there looking at the pawn. The rook will capture the pawn. There is a check. The bishop is there to control this diamond, right? That's a checkmate. White to play here and checkmate in one move. So the pawn is controlling the g7 square. And we will play bishop to h7. There is a check. And the bishop is protected by the queen. That's a checkmate. Now black to play checkmate in one move. Black to play checkmate in one move. And the move is queen to h2. It's a checkmate. The pawn is there, right? Yeah. Okay, white to play checkmate in one move. So white to play checkmate in one move. So we will play knight x d4. There is a check to the king. The king cannot move here because of the queen. The king cannot move to this square because of this queen. That's a checkmate. Okay, so black king played on the g3 square here, black to play and checkmate the white king. Black to play, checkmate the white king. That's a checkmate. Next, black to play checkmate. Black will play queen x a2 not because the queen is there. So the correct move is queen to b2. That's a checkmate, right? Yeah. Next, black to play checkmate in one move. The pawns are moving towards the first rank, and this pawn is moving towards the eighth rank. And the move is rook to a1. There is a check to the white king, and white king cannot move anywhere because of these pawns. The checkmate is there. Okay, white to play checkmate in one move. White to play and find the best move. Well, this pawn is pinned, so this pawn cannot capture any piece. So we can play knight to b6. The pawn cannot capture it because the pin is there. The king cannot move to the b8 because the bishop is there. The king cannot move here because the knight is there. The king is in check and there is no way to save the check. That's a checkmate. Next. Okay. So white to play here and find the best move. Take your time and think. White to play and find the best move. Yeah. So easy. No, not this move because the knight will capture it. So the correct move is knight to h6 check. And wait. The queen is controlling the diagonal. So hello everyone, welcome to 𝒕𝒂𝒓 Academy. Please subscribe my channel. And definitely you will learn so many tactics here. Okay, so white played the move g4, which is the incorrect move. Look at both the rooks are controlling the second rank. So what is the meaning of rank? The sleeping line, 8th rank, 7th rank, 6th rank, they are known as the rank. The sleeping line is known as the rank, 3rd rank, 2nd rank, 1st rank, like this. So what can we do? We can play any of the rook here to checkmate the opponent. And the king cannot move anywhere because all these squares are controlled by the rook. Okay, so here black captured the pawn on e5 and look at our rook. So we will put our rook to the d8 square and that's a checkmate. Okay. Now white to play checkmate in one move. This pawn is controlling the c6 square, so we will put our queen to the e7 and that's a checkmate in one move. The king cannot capture the queen because of this rook. Next. Okay, black played the king to the f5 square. So here white to play and checkmate in one move. How can we checkmate the black's king in one move? Black to play checkmate in one move. White to play checkmate in one move. And the move is rook h5. And the king cannot capture it because the bishop is there. The pawn is there. The king cannot move here because the bishop is there. That's a checkmate. Okay, so black played the move king to g5. Here white to play and checkmate in one move, or black to play and win the game. How can you win the game here? It's so easy, right? So bishop e7, giving the check. The black's king cannot escape from the check. That's a checkmate. Next. Okay. Now it's white to play. Black saved the check on the d7 square. Now it's time for the white to checkmate the black king. And the move is queen x c6 hashtag. It's a checkmate. Okay. Now ladder checkmate pattern is there. The king is on the last file. White to play and find the best move. So easy, right? So the move is rook at 6. This rook is very well placed controlling the g file. This rook is controlling the h file. That's a checkmate. White to play and win. So easy, we will create the queen. There is a check to the black king. There is no square to save the check. It's a checkmate. White to play checkmate the black king in one move. White to play checkmate the black king in one move. Yeah. So the move is knight h4. Save the check. There is no square for the black king to save it. That's a checkmate. The king cannot move here because of this knight. The king cannot move here because of this bishop. The king cannot move to the e file because of this rook. That's a checkmate. Okay. Now black captured the pawn on g4. I mean black captured the knight on g4. Here white to play and win the match. White to play and win the match. And the answer is very easy. Queen to g2. g7 is a checkmate. Because the bishop is there protecting the queen. And that's a checkmate. Okay, so black to play and find the best move. What is the best move here? Yeah. The best move here is to play queen a2. And the check is there. The pawn is controlling the queen. That's a checkmate. Yeah. So easy. Okay, so white played the move pawn to g3. Black to play checkmate in one move. What is the black's best move here? And the black's best move is rook here, check, on submit. Black to play checkmate, bishop x, c6. The check is there. The rook cannot go to the g2 because there is a pin. The pinned piece cannot move. Next. Okay. So black king captured the rook. White to play. And the best move is to play queen d8. That's a check to the king. It's a checkmate. The black king cannot move anywhere, right? Here, black to play and checkmate in one move. Well, we can simply put our rook to the a2 and the check is there. The white king cannot move anywhere because the king is in check. It's a mate. Okay. So black is ready to push the pawn and white to play checkmate in one move or win the match. And the answer is rook to h1. The game is over. Next. Black to play and checkmate in one move. That's a very famous pattern. Very famous pattern. And we will put our rook to h2. The knight is protecting the rook. The king cannot move here because of this knight. That's a checkmate. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. Hope to see you in the next